Have you ever felt like you're reading constantly, learning everything, yet your life remains exactly where it started? You've taken every course, from finance to self-development, but the needle hasn't moved.
The mistake we may in this age is believing that the more you know, the better.
But here is the truth. You don't need more new knowledge.
What you really need is to delete your old, dusty prejudices.
Think of your brain as a hard drive that's been running for years without a cleanup. It is cluttered with junk, corrupted files, and outdated software from a decade ago. Trying to force new knowledge into this mess only causes your mental system to crash.
Want the system to run smoothly again? Stop clicking Install.
It's time to hit delete. Welcome to the era of unlearning.
Let's explore why your system is crashing and how to fix it. Why does learning more sometimes backfire? Because you're building on a broken foundation. If the base is weak, every floor you add makes the collapse more certain. If you believe money is the root of all evil, your brain filters out every financial book you read.
Your mind distorts the information to fit your old, comfortable narrative.
This is confirmation bias. We don't see the world as it is. We see the world through the lens of what we already think we know.
If the lens is dirty, even the most brilliant truth becomes a blurred lie.
When too much knowledge overlaps without being cleansed, you fall into analysis paralysis.
You know so many paths, but you are too afraid to take a single step.
Old fears are acting like background processes, draining your mental battery. You're exhausted not because you're working, but because you're thinking wrong. To move forward, we must stop the intake and start the removal. Every genius knows that clarity comes from what you throw away, not what you keep. Let's look at the biology of how our brains naturally try to help us. Science calls this synaptic pruning. It's the brain's way of staying sharp. To make us smarter, the brain must perform a biological purge. Connections that aren't used are cut away to make the vital ones faster. Think of your mind as a garden. Without pruning, the weeds take over the flowers.
A genius isn't someone who keeps everything. They prune most effectively.
Intelligence isn't about input capacity. It's about selective deletion.
You must choose what needs to vanish to make room for clarity. The space between the stars is what makes the constellations visible.
Deletion isn't a loss. It's an upgrade. When you stop holding on to old lies,
The truth finally has space to breathe.
You need a system for your mental house cleaning.
I call this system the Idea Audit. Step 1. List 3 beliefs you've held as absolute truths for years.
Things like, I must work 8 hours to be productive, or failure is shameful.
Now, step 2. Refute. Play the devil's advocate against yourself. Find 2 pieces of evidence that prove your old belief is actually wrong.
Realize that productivity isn't time, and failure is just data.
Step 3. Delete and update. If it doesn't serve you, strike it out. Remove it from your mental capital forever. When you delete a prejudice, you create a vacuum. And that emptiness is where true creativity finally begins to bloom.
You are no longer a prisoner of your past conclusions.
Deletion is the ultimate form of sophistication.
Now, you are ready to see the world as it truly is.
But there is one final lesson from an ancient master.
There is a story about a Zen master and a university professor.
The professor came to ask about Zen, but he wouldn't stop talking. The master kept pouring until the tea overflowed everywhere.
Stop! It's full! No more will go in.
The master replied, "Like this cup, you are full of your own opinions."
How can I show you Zen unless you first empty your cup? A genius is not the one who knows the most.
It is the one who maintains an empty mind to receive the truth.
Don't be proud of how many books you read this year.
Ask yourself, how many outdated thoughts did you have the courage to delete? Start your deletion process today. Your future self is waiting in the space you create.
If this resonated with you, subscribe for more deep dives into the mind.
Leave a comment below. What is one thing you are deleting today? Like and share to sprue the clarity.